Greetings to you all. My name is Judesh Nyaushe and I'm accompanied by Haruna. Today, our cultural presentation is about social structures that our African societies face. We are going to use the story Those Ones, written by Emara from Nigeria, to analyze these social structures through the lens of Marxism. So, under this concept of Marxism, we're mainly going to focus on the bourgeoisie, the proletariats, alienation, class consciousness, class struggle, revolution, and some literal concepts such as illusion and symbolism.
The bourgeoisie. These are the people that control the means of production in a society. Those ones, as the title of our story, represents the rich people in society. These people, the bourgeoisie, are mostly addressed by the title Sir or Madam to show some kind of respect to them. That is why in the story, Mama Indideke addresses these people Madam or Sir when she tries to sell the wrapper to them. Why this wrapper? Wrapper in the Nigeria culture is very expensive, especially among the Igbo culture that is mostly used by the chiefs to represent some respect, some high dignity among the society. And that is why Emara used this wrapper in the story. The proletarians, these are the people mostly considered the working class, the poor people in society, the people that the bourgeoisie mostly exploit to gain their means. In the story, those ones they are the wrapper sellers. The wrapper seller who has the three children, and the children wear torn uniforms to schools. And when they see the madam or sir, they will run to the mother, explain to them, "We saw your customers." Mama sells wrapper to these bourgeoisies in order to get money to buy gari, in order to feed the two children. And the children mostly refer to this gari as their last meal of the day. Alienation is the situation when a person in society or a character in a story loses her real self or her identity. This could be seen in our story Those Ones in a sense that Mama the rapper seller solely depends on the rich people being addressed as sir or madam. In a sense that she solely depends on them to sell the rapper to these people in order to get money to buy food for the family. She thought that without selling the wrapper to these people, she would not be able to get food for the family. This could also be seen in a story titled The Stolen Party, where Rosa, the main character of that story, was advised not to attend the party, but because she was alienated to the wealthy family, she said, "I will die if I don't go." This showed the degree of her alienation to the wealthy family in that society. Moving away from the alienation stage, we have the class consciousness. This is where a person in a society or a character in a story becomes aware of the economic base of that society. Let's dive into our story, Those Ones. We realize that when the mother, the rapper seller, died, leaving the children, they were tortured, they couldn't get food to eat. They have to look for their own food to eat. The children who were going to school have to stop because they were not having the strength, the ability to look for food, because it was the responsibility of the bourgeoisie, the rich people in their society, to take care of them. And because of that, they took a plan to counter that responsibility that the bourgeoisie are failing to offer. Of the children was to kidnap these bourgeoisie in the society. So they took the plan, they went into the bush, hide, and they were able to kidnap these bourgeoisie in that society. Then they sent them to a room where they demanded for a ransom of amount of money to cater for themselves. While waiting for the ransom of money, they were interpolating on what to do next because the bourgeoisie agreed that upon going back home, they were able to send them the ransom. And because of fear, because of no agreement between the two, because of lack of trust, they failed to offer the opportunity for the bourgeoisie to go back home. And this will lead us to a different concept of Marxism.
Coming to the concept of revolution, this is where the working class says enough is enough. They often form class unity that fights against the bourgeoisie. This can be seen in the story where The three poor children kidnap those that are rich and they close them up in the room and attempt murder. Although they were promised some money, they couldn't let them go because they knew that nothing was going to change. This is an example of a figurative language where in a society you find people looting, shooting, um, kidnapping because they are trying to fight against capitalism to end the class differences that exist in a society.
More facts about class structure are bourgeoisies are the rich, they control the means of production. The proletarians are the working class and they are mostly poor. Revolution occurs when the poor become aware of the economic base and revolt. After revolution, capitalism changes to communism, where exists no class. Looking through the story, we realize that the bourgeoisies buy nations from the proletarians, the poor people. That was a form of illusion. It was a form that they were helping the poor people in society to survive because the poor people solely depend on them in order to get food.
And coming to symbolism, we saw objects like torn clothes, the guns, and the cars. The torn might represent poor. The torn clothes represent poor people, right? Poorness. Then the guns represent revolution or fighting against or simply revolting. Then coming to the cars, the cars represent worldliness. Now, concluding the whole presentation, we talked about Marxism and under Marxism, we touched the concepts such as class, um, consciousness, bourgeoisie, proletariat to place our argument about the social structures in society.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for your
your time.
time.